Okay, so I don't know if you've seen the video that's going around, and it's about a woman, a black lady, and she's like, oh my gosh, me and my friends went out and nobody was like trying to get at us. Nobody showed interest, nobody anything. And a guy duetted it or stitched it, and he actually said, well, look what you women have done. Like, this is what you wanted, correct? So I want to piggyback off of that. Ladies, y'all, not all of y'all, but you guys wanted this whole, oh, leave us alone, you guys are perverts, you guys are weirdos, like, we hate men thing. You guys are on this fucking bandwagon to, like, you hate men. What is the fucking goal of this? What is the point of this? Because you know what you guys are doing? You're ruining it for the women who do want to be approached. You're ruining it for the women who are shy and do want that guy to come up to them. Does that make sense? And you also are ruining it for the guys who are great guys, have great intentions. Maybe they're just nervous when they come up to you, so they're shy and like anxious, and you take that as them being a pervert or a weirdo. Where does this lead up to? Like, I honestly want to know what the whole point of this is, because at this point, it's going to come to a nobody wants to come up to you, nobody's going to talk to you, nobody's going to try with you, and everybody's going to be thinking, damn, he's not interested in me. So ladies, you guys wanted men to back down from it, so are you guys going to step up to the plate? Are you guys going to start asking guys out? No. Are you guys going to start going up to dudes and saying, hey, you know, let me take you out to dinner? How about you come over to my place at 8 o'clock and I'll have dinner made for you? What's your favorite food to eat? I'll make it for you. I highly doubt that's going to happen, but my whole point of this is I'm not understanding the whole I hate men movement, because in the end, what does this do for us? Especially like if you have kids and you have sons, you're teaching your sons to hate men because you hate men? I don't get that. Like, can somebody like explain this to me? Because I really don't get how this is all working out in anybody's favor. Because I feel bad for all the good guys that are out there, and then I feel bad for the women who are very shy and want a guy to approach them, but now there's guys not approaching them because of women who have ruined this whole little thing.
The gender war is in full effect, and unfortunately there are no winners. Remember this phrase: never bite the hand that feeds you. See, ladies, you've been getting over on men far too often. You need us. We don't need you. You need our validation. You need our attention. You need our guidance. You need our leadership. We're builders. We create this world. We upgrade your life. We give you the lifestyle and the trips and the things that you cannot give yourself. So if you felt like, yeah, I'm going to go against men, I'm going to make all these TikTok videos that said, oh, men are weird, men are creeps. You have to understand, men have internet too. We have phones too. We have social media. We see all the posts that you make that men are this, men are that, you're bashing men. But then you feel some type of way when you go out to clubs, go out to bars, go out to different places that men don't approach you. See, you feel entitled to men's drinks, to men's attention, and to men's money and validation. And when you don't get it, you're wondering, oh, what's wrong with me? Oh, men are weird. No. A lot of men are saying, you know what? I'm not going to play the game. There are women, I kid you not, who put on tight revealing clothes that show their figure, that show their breasts, put on lipstick, put on makeup, put on heels. They're on point from head to toe. And they go out with the intent to reject men for an ego boost, to get free drinks, to give validation. A lot of men, they go out so they can interact with women and start a conversation and maybe find a woman or something like that. But there's so many women who think men are weird, think men are creeps. They have this agenda and this mindset that, oh, all men are bad people, that they're pervs, they're this. So a lot of men are saying, man, I've shot my shot. I've talked to women. I've did this and I've gotten negative reactions. So what's the point of me even talking to women anymore? She said a lot in that clip, and I'm going to break that whole thing down so both men and women can come to a resolution. I'm going to give perspectives from both sides so we can all see where the real issue and the problem is, right? Because this is not going to end well. I can predict in the next 5 to 10 years, things are going to get worse between men and women, right? And the reason why most men are walking away from women, or they don't want to approach them like the female said, and they're just basically staying away from them and shying away, it's because, number one, most men don't like rejection, right? Now, me, I don't really mind it. I've gotten so numb to it that I can shoot my shot and approach basically any woman anytime. I can get rejected 25, 30, 40, 50 times, and it's all good because I have no real issues going that route, right? But there's a large majority of men on this planet who have 1 to 2 bullets in that chamber. So ladies, I want you to listen closely, right? And those 1 or 2 bullets are used every 3 to 4 years, right? Now, I've had consultations with so many different men around the planet who have issues approaching women and doing these different things. So ladies, remember these 1 to 2 bullets in the chamber, right? And those bullets are approaches. So let's say a woman, goes out, she's out and about, she's hanging out with her friends or wherever place, and a guy happens to go up to her and approach her. Now that guy, I guarantee you, he hadn't approached the girl in a long time, right? And in his mind, he's like, okay, today's gonna be the day, right? I'm gonna shoot my shot today, and I'm gonna do it, right? He's bigging himself up. He's watched a lot of videos. He's probably had coaching sessions of mine, and now he's like, okay, today I'm gonna talk to an attractive woman, right? And he has 1 of the 2 bullets. So he musters up the courage to go approach a woman, whether it's in a bar, a club, a grocery store, wherever, at the mall, maybe at his job. He says, hey, how's it going? I find you attractive and I want to hang out with you and I want to take you out. I want to do different things. I want to get together. You want to exchange numbers, contact information, right? And the woman maybe rejects him in a bad way, or she just, shoos him away. She says, no, I'm good, or like laughs at him, or maybe they exchange contact information and he texts her and she doesn't reply back, right? And so that's 1 rejection. All right, ladies, stay with me. And I'm quite sure everybody can attest to this. We can agree with this, every man. And now he's down to 1 bullet. He says, okay, you know what? I got rejected once. I'm going to wait till next week and I'm going to go out again. So he sees 1 other woman he likes and he goes up to her, he approaches her, and she rejects him, right? And he's like, man, what am I doing wrong? Maybe I'm not tall enough. Maybe I don't look good enough. Maybe my ears are too big. Maybe my teeth are too big. Maybe my lips something's wrong with me. Because he's like, man, I mustered up the courage. I took the time out of my busy life, out of my day, to shoot my shot at women that I really find attractive. And he gets rejected both times. Now he's like, man, it's over. I'm not doing it no more. So he'll wait 2, 3, maybe 4 years and he'll get back out there. See, ladies, that's how men view approaching you, right? And on top of that, most men have to set the date. We have to make the plans. We have to do all these different things, basically have all our ducks in a row to try to date you, right? And most men are starting to realize, man, that's a daunting task. That's kind of hard. Not only do I have to approach you, not only do I have to shoot my shot, but now I have to set the time, date, and place, and I have to basically be on my best behavior and say and do the right things and run this game and that game. And a lot of guys are saying, man, the juice is not worth the squeeze, right? Now, from a guy who's put himself out there a lot, who coaches men on how to interact and get women to get the situations that they want, that could be a benefit to you because you become immune and numb to rejection, right? But most men can't do that. Most men don't have that psyche. They got 2 bullets in that chamber, 1 to 2. They shoot those shots, and if you don't, accept them, or I should say, you don't, things don't go well with that interaction, you reject them, then they're like, okay, forget it, right? So most men have shot their shot at women, but it didn't go well. So this is why they're saying, okay, forget it, right? Now, from a female perspective, you might be saying, well, that's not my fault. Well, so guys should still approach us. Here's what needs to happen. Why don't you ladies take it upon yourself to start shooting your shot at guys? Because here's the thing, the chances of us men rejecting you like that, or playing games, or being wishy-washy or indirect, or giving you our phone number and we playing texting games and never want to hang out with you, the chances of that happening is slim to none, right? Matter of fact, most guys will be surprised and will really appreciate it. So ladies, if you are tired of going home alone or going out and you dressing up nice and got your lipstick on, your heels, your purse, and your perfume, and you're like, man, I want some guys to approach me. Why don't you shoot your shot? Why don't you talk to guys? Why don't you say, hey, my name is, and introduce yourself? That would take a huge load off most men's shoulders. Because here's the thing, most men can't recognize choosing signals. They don't see that, they don't notice that a girl is looking at them or has the hots for them or checking them out. So a lot of guys think that, she's just looking at me, so I'm going to, keep going. So they don't have any sort of signal or clue. Now, I do teach men to look out for choosing signals, but most men are oblivious. They're like, okay, she just looked at me for 2 seconds and maybe cracked a little smile. Now I say a little smile. And then after that, that's it. So most guys don't understand or know when to interact or when to approach a woman, right? And the times that they have in the past, it hasn't gone well for them. So this is why guys are walking away from women and are saying, you know what, approaching women is not something that will be beneficial to me. Now, from all you females out there, all you ladies who are tired of this, what needs to happen is you need to see it from a male's perspective. You need to say, you know, these guys kind of do have it hard, right? And here's the thing. Most of you ladies, you have unrealistic expectations anyway. I'm going to keep on. Your expectations are through the roof. So you want a guy who's looks a certain way, acts a certain way, walks a certain way, certain type of hair, certain type of beard, maybe tattoos, whatever. And you're waiting on that guy to approach you. So the guys that approach you, you're getting frustrated and upset because they're not the guys that you want. So now you're like, man, all guys are this, or you're frustrated and angry. Well, why don't you go shoot your shot, ladies? Why don't you go talk to a guy? Because if you don't, you're going to be going out every single weekend. And I see it all the time. I'm talking about, I go out every weekend and I see groups of 4, 5, 6 women, single, alone, 3, 4 women, groups of 2. I see all types of women, guys. You'd be amazed. And all of them are alone. Now, the benefit to that is for a lot of guys who go out there and shoot their shot and interact with women who have no real issue, there's a whole lot of women we can pick from, right? But for the guys who are like, man, I'm socially kind of awkward maybe, or I'm afraid, or maybe she won't like me, they start to get in their head. That's hard for a lot of guys. Some guys need a push or go ahead. But guys like myself, we're just always basically in that mode, and we have no issues with interacting and talking to women. So ladies, you are confused and wondering why guys don't approach you, why guys don't talk to you. It's because just like you fear rejection, men fear rejection as well. And a lot of guys have not had positive, good interactions when they did approach in the past, or when they got a woman's number. So now they're like, okay, you know what? I tried once, I tried twice, I tried 3, 4, 5 times. It's like, now they're like, okay, what's the point? Right? So take it upon yourself to actually shoot your shot and see what it's going to get you. Because sitting around waiting and thinking guys are going to just go out of the way, it's rarely going to happen. And here's the thing, the guys that you actually want, they're going to be pretty much oblivious to you. Because we all know most of you women have a certain type of guy. You want that top 10 to 20%. And those guys have loads of options. Those guys have can pick from most women that they have in their stable. So now you're left with those guys who you necessarily don't want or like. And you want those guys to shoot their shot and talk to you. Well, ladies, here's the thing. If you want a certain guy, what needs to happen is you need to take it upon yourself to make things happen and approach a guy or say something. You have to do something. You can't expect a guy to just approach you out of the blue. And if you don't get approached, then you're angry and frustrated. Well, it takes 2 to tango. Okay, there's a lot on a man's plate when he does go out his way and muster up that courage and says, okay, I'm gonna suck it up, I'm gonna go out and make things happen, I'm gonna shoot my shot, I'm gonna talk to her. Because he's facing rejection. A lot of times he's facing humiliation. A lot of times he got a haircut, he's shaved, he put on his cologne, he got his best shoes on, and now he's like, okay, now it's my time. And he actually goes out there, and if he gets rejected once, twice, 3 times, now he said, okay, you know what? That's it. And he wipes his hands, cleans of women, and he goes about his business, and he focuses on other things. So if you want a resolution to this, ladies, you need to take it upon yourself. You need to start putting in some work. You have to put in effort if you want a change to be had.
Thank you.